Okay, I thought you were writing.
Nope.
All right, so we have done sitting in stillness, thinking on purpose, affirming our agreements. We renewed our body, so we are going to train our mind, and then we will be done this morning. On day 7 of our 30 days to forgiveness, victory through forgiveness. It says types of forgiveness. Some time ago, Louise and I took a highly anticipated trip to Hawaii. It followed several months of a heavy work schedule, so we were really looking forward to some peace and quiet and rest. We couldn't wait to see the refreshing views and hear the calming sounds of the ocean. I was scheduled to preach at a conference in Hawaii, so we maximized the opportunity by tagging on a few vacation days afterwards because we needed it. When we boarded our flight, we were tired and worn out, but we knew that once we got there, all would be well. Well, we were wrong. A few minutes after unpacking our bags, we discovered that the resort hotel where we were staying was undergoing a major renovation. No one had bothered to let us know. Hammers pounded and power saws screeched nonstop from early morning until late each evening. Needless to say, the noise drowned out the sounds of the ocean waves and distracted us from what we had come there to do, which was rest and recuperate, so we could move forward with strength. To top it off, towards the end of this already chaotic trip, I became so sick that I had to rush to the hospital. I had never experienced that level of pain before. Doubling over in the car as the frantic drive to the hospital, I thought, this isn't how Hawaii is supposed to be. It was awful. I had to stay in the hospital a couple of days, but at least I was away from the noisy hotel. By the time Louise and I boarded the plane back to Dallas, we were worse off than when we had left. Isn't it amazing what someone else's mess will do to you? It can keep you from enjoying the beauty around you and from getting what you need in order to be strong. It's also amazing what problems your own mess can cause. Whether it's your own or someone else's, a mess distracts you. It blocks your view and it slows down your progress. Like a crying baby on an airplane, it saps the energy and attention you intended to direct elsewhere. Sin is essentially mess. Whether you need to forgive someone who has sinned against you, or forgive yourself for your own sin that has caused guilt and shame, it's messy. And mess has a way of preventing you from being all that you were created to be. That's why forgiveness is so important. When you forgive, you free yourself from the mess around you and in you. So that was today's thing.
I think we've all been there.
Absolutely.
Our trip to Paris with stomach issues and
Yes.
pooping my way across Paris. It was not how Paris was supposed to be.
That's exactly right. Yeah, I think the part that jumped out to me was like how sometimes we feel like things come out of the blue and you didn't expect this, or it wasn't your problem, or it wasn't your thing. But it happens to you, or you're part of experiencing it.
Right.
And you can either be angry at this yourself, the situation, the person that you believe caused the mess. Or just realize I obviously make messes for other people as well. That's part of life.
And it's part of the accepting of what is. You are in Hawaii. That's
Right.
not going to change for the next 7 days.
Right,
You're in a hotel. My options are cancel my reservations and move somewhere else.
right.
You're not trapped.
You're not trapped in
You're
a
actually
hotel.
literally in paradise. You're just
Right.
in a space that isn't. Don't spend as much time in your hotel. Get out, go around.
Right.
Just accept the fact that you are in a certain place and enjoy what beauty is still there, because there's other things to appreciate besides the couple of pieces that you focus on.
Right.
Otherwise, you can't get past the
Right.
cricket screaming in the backyard.
Right. And that's what I think is a good point to what I was trying to say, but didn't say very well, is the idea is if you can let go of the offense,
Mhm.
then you can see the opportunity that's there.
Right.
If you can accept what is, they are doing maintenance on this hotel. So the offense is, I feel offended that they didn't let me know. And now this is ruining my expected trip. So
And-
rather than staying with that and being in that energy and in that feeling of unforgiveness, just simply getting a new hotel.
what is the,
or
what is
like
the
you
area
said,
that I
choosing a
control
new,
in
right,
this? I can't
choosing a new
control.
perspective of what is the opportunity that we have. Are there some day trips where we could go out all day and lay out on a beach and be rested, or, whatever, so that you can start moving forward and moving away from that feeling of frustration and victimhood
Right,
before you've already flown home and have to look back and realize, oh, we missed our chance to really enjoy Hawaii because
right.
we're stuck up on the fact of, the other thing that I thought was really interesting is, he ended up getting really sick. Well, if you think about what disease or dis-ease is, he already said that they had been really dishonoring their bodies and not keeping up with their health because they were so run down, which means mentally they were exhausted.
And they're on a completely different time zone. So
On
that,
time zones, everything. And so the possibility for stress and diving off into a victimhood mentality, or allowing it to mess up your trip, is already in place. And so that's kind of the importance of doing what we're doing right now, which is to keep yourself at peace. Because then you can say, okay, so we're in Hawaii. If you've maintained your rest, if you've maintained your peace of mind, if you've maintained your connection with your partner, if you've maintained an open heart, then when you get there, it doesn't feel like such a burden and such a task to keep your energy and your perspective in a way that is beneficial to you.
and it's also, understanding that there are times in your life where you will be more prone to getting frustrated, and
Right.
knowing that you're on a completely different time zone, don't know, depending on where they are in the States. I think they're from Atlanta, so they're what, like
Yeah.
five time zones away, 6 time zones away. So they're already set up drastically for frustration.
Right.
And then when you get there, because of that, it's going to make it so much easier to notice anything else that frustrates
Right.
you. This is where I just want to get to sleep. I don't even know what time it is, and I just want to lay down.
Right.
And you're like, and I can't because,
Right.
and it really drilling back into what is kind of the kicking off point for
Right.
this whole
Right.
this whole
Right.
list of dominoes that are
Right.
falling right now. And it's like, it's because I'm on a different time zone, I'm not eating correctly, and I'm stressed because I just came off of a conference. Those things in and of themselves could make for misery and suffering.
Right. In and of themselves, by themselves.
Right, and then so the other stuff is just literally like icing on that cake of poop.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the ways that
So
you can,
breathing through that is really.
yeah, that's what I say. That's one of the ways you can work through not even needing to get to a place of forgiveness.
Right.
If you can keep yourself at peace and calm, and recognizing recognizing that you already have these situations that are going to be stressors for your body. So being mindful of that in advance allows you to kind of put off.
Say what is even louder.
Exactly. That's exactly. Yes. It allows you to say what is and to keep reminding yourself of that so that you can
And to
allow
bring,
and forgive those small things.
and
as
to
they
open
come.
up a window to others to see where you're at by sitting down and saying, I'm really frustrated today because of the pounding, and I understand that I have a lot going on, and I'd like to talk this through with somebody, and then being able to go through, and you're right, we are both on the wrong time zone. We're both really
Right.
stressed out, and this
Right.
other stuff is just distraction noise that we're going to focus on, when in all actuality,
Right. We're here.
connecting and
Right.
saying,
Right.
now how do we make the experience that we want with all the other stuff?
Right.
And that might just be getting another hotel and sleeping it out.
Right. Exactly. Can I come stay in your hotel or your hospital room?
Exactly.
Instead of this hotel at all. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us this morning. We had a wonderful time and hope that you did as well.